This is highlights from a single round of King of the Hill Infantry Only. I'm playing on CodeFourGaming US 4 number server. On my way into the area of operations at the start of the round here. I've got a Quelling, trying to keep the speed up, trying to get into the AO as quickly as possible. Ah, for fuck's sake. But these things do wreck pretty easily on like fences and walls and stuff, and unfortunately I've just hit a low wall. There's quite a lot of people in the AO already, even though it's quite near the start of the round, and in a really dodgy place here, stuck on this wall, so highly likely to be hit by RPGs or gunfire from Tower 3 to my left or Tower 4 in front of me. As it's quite near the start of the round, there's probably people equipped with lots of RPGs, but amazingly nothing's come my way. I'm going to try and hide in these bushes here. I'm actually using the Cyrus for the entire round here. Playing by myself, so rather than use the medic perk, I'm using the suppressor perk, so I can have a suppressed Cyrus. Actually really good gun for sneaking around. Yeah, just checking out Tower 4 and this friendly helicopter comes from nowhere. Pretty good spot in these reeds here. The priority area is not too far away, so I'm just staying here at the moment, hoping the priority area is going to come to my way. And yeah, people really can't tell where you're shooting from when you're using the suppressed Cyrus, even from surprisingly close range. Shoots the same bullet as the Navid actually, so it does a lot of damage. And in Arma, when you put a suppressor on a gun, it actually increases the muzzle velocity, increasing the range of the gun, amazingly. Just happened to get all those guys I could see getting out of that heli, just having a look around to see if there's any more. Looks clear, as far as I can tell from my position anyway. When you're in the reeds like this, it's better to use first person view, I find. If an enemy walks right in front of me, I could see him much more easily in first person than I could in third person. Right, I'm right in the priority area now and just happen to notice these enemies coming past me here. There's going to be a lot of contact in the priority area around me as the priority areas come to me now. A few shots my way, someone might have a rough idea of where I am, but they don't know exactly where I am. They can't actually see me right now by the look of it. Okay, still in the priority area, and I've heard a couple of smokes go down where those guys I just killed are, so let's get in position to check that out. Wait for someone to show themselves to heal them, to try and heal these enemies. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, got that guy. I'm not sure what happened there either. If we have a look at that again in slow motion, definitely hit him there. He moved his arm as a reaction. I guess it counted as an arm shot and didn't kill him though. The second shot missed because he changed direction. That third shot, to me, that looked like I got him. Now if you have a look at this guy here, he's not moving, and I did get him. And this last guy, I was pretty sure I got him too, but with Arma there's desync lag, you never know what's happening with the hitboxes, could be trailing a bit. It seems to be a little bit of a laggy round at the moment as well. Perhaps it's been a while since the server's restarted, I'm not sure. Seems to be additional desync and randomness with the gunfire. But unfortunately, those guys ended up killing me. Once they knew I was in those bushes there, I was kind of screwed. Okay, so back into the AO again. Using a hunter this time, but I've just noticed this enemy at the base of Tower 2. I heard one of them had a Navid, which could totally wreck me in this hunter, so rather than stop immediately, I've tried to get some cover between me and the Navid. Thrown a grenade at where I think the enemy might be if they come towards me, and also blown up the Strider. Got 2 kills there. I think they were both from the RPG on the Strider. Didn't get anyone with the grenade. The enemy grenade just went off near me there, but luckily they didn't get it over that wall in front of me. Otherwise that would have killed me. Not sure if there was one still alive there or not through the grenade, but I've noticed a dead friendly here, so I'm going to go and revive him anyway. Could still be enemy in Tower 2, but we've actually got a friendly up there, I think. Yeah, I think there's a, looking at the minimap there's a friendly in Tower 2, so perhaps that friendly killed the enemy if there was other enemy in Tower 2, or perhaps I got all the enemy and that was a grenade thrown by one of the enemies just before I killed them. Anyway, I've been driving around in the sector, drove through the middle a little bit, just drove through the priority area, and drove up to Tower 2. I'm trying to look for somewhere to get into the priority area, but I noticed this dead guy up here, so I'm going to go and heal him, especially as he's quite near the priority area anyway. Before I get out, I'm just going to wait and see if any grenades or anything come my way. Yep, someone's throwing grenades at me somewhere, possibly enemies in the tower. There's no live friendlies in the tower. So I'm just having a look, but I've actually just noticed there's someone sitting in the back of that strider there. I'm just moving the camera around, trying to get a decent angle just to double check someone in there. Yeah, I can see him just on the left of the screen there. So what I'm going to try and do now is RPG him, although I got out on the... I was expecting to get on the other side of the hunter, not that side, so I thought if he's in there I've got to be really quick. However, I was a little bit too quick and didn't get enough distance between me and the enemy strider before I fired the RPG and killed myself like an idiot. Anyway, back on my way into the AO. I had a little roll in the quill in there though. These things can handle rolling over quite well. And they can take a bit of shit, but they do still wreck pretty easily. Especially when you're keeping your speed up like this, and I'm trying to keep my speed up to avoid mostly the Moors, but also any incoming gunfire, as this thing doesn't really have any protection from gunfire. Especially as I'm driving straight towards the middle of the area, straight past Tower 3 and towards Tower 4. Trying to keep the speed up. It'll make it very hard for me to be shot with the speed up, but of course you just touch one of those buildings or low walls and you're probably going to die at that sort of speed. Anyway, trying to use whatever hard and visual cover I can. A few gunfire, a few shots did come my way then, but got away with it. Back to this spot again, actually works pretty well on this part of the map. You've got a good view of Tower 4, and if you turn around to the other side of the reeds, you've got a good view of Tower 3 as well. And as you can see, the priority area comes through here quite a lot, just outside it at the moment. And this heli has landed right next to me, and unfortunately totally spooned the shot due to overconfidence with the Moors. I was thinking, yep, that's an easy shot, but apparently not as easy as I thought. Now I'm in a pretty hairy situation where I've got like another 2 enemies in these bushes right next to me somewhere, staying in first person view, trying to spot them before they spot me, moving very very slowly, just a little bit at a time to try and spot them. And just noticed that ghillie guy on the ground, prone right in front of me. I think he actually shot me before I shot him, but again the desync lag gave me a chance to shoot him back, unfortunately for him. Okay, back into the AO. Just about got away with hitting that wall there. I think the car's still got all its wheels, but I'm going to ditch it and use these reeds here anyway, quite near to Tower 2. You can see there's an enemy in there, so let's try and take him out. I'm not exactly sure how that didn't get him. Like, if you look though on the replay, it actually hit him in the shoulder, not the head, so yeah, if he's got a decent chest rig on, maybe that could have saved him from 9.3mm at that close range. But anyway, I'm going to put a RPG in the window just for good measure. Yeah, there we go, that did the trick. Got some friendlies going up Tower 2 as well, so that helps them out hopefully, or just about to go up Tower 2 anyway. Looked like that enemy was shooting them. Not sure where that guy came from, just about heard his footsteps in time though, before he saw me. And I've moved only a little bit further forward. There's a line of reeds going into the AO here. I'm just moving a little bit at a time, seeing what I can see from where I am. Yeah, nice shot there, pretty happy with that. I was a little bit lucky though. A little bit lucky with the timing there. And you see how easily he killed that guy with one shot when it didn't kill the guy in the tower with one shot. Maybe that second one that was at range had damage already, I don't know, but do hope they don't do things like make powerful weapons do less damage at very close ranges, which is something that they do in games like Call of Duty and Battlefield to stop like no-scope sniping at close range and shit like that. But when you start to do really illogical changes like that, it's just absolutely terrible in my opinion. So hopefully they haven't done anything like that with King of the Hill, but pretty sure they haven't. I think it's just Arma randomness. But anyway, I know there's a guy in Tower 3. I was just waiting for him to poke his head up, and there we go. Cyrus definitely did the trick that time. Very slowly moving forwards in these reeds at the moment. Just having a look at Tower 2 where I just shot that guy. Looks like we got some friendlies that have taken the tower now anyway. But unfortunately not too long after that I did get taken out, and on my way back into the AO once again. In a Quillen again. Trying to keep the speed up. got into the AO and gone straight to a dead friendly and needed reviving by Tower 2. Tower 2 is kind of like our main tower as we go to the area of operations in a straight line from our spawn. And by Tower 2 I found this enemy Strider. Enemy Strider, if I ever see an enemy Strider, they are my favourite vehicles, so I'll either take it for myself or destroy it. Just about to drive up to the priority area and I've noticed this helicopter flying over, so let's attempt to get him with the Moors. Missed with the first shot. I'm pretty sure it was close, but was a little bit off there. Try and get him with the second one. Beautiful. Quite a long range shot for that weapon, but the travel speed of the rocket on the Moors is so fast, it's actually pretty good for ranges of up to like 5, 6, maybe even 7 or 800 meters sometimes. Just having a look over here. I've heard some gunshot come from that direction. Just going to see what I can see before I move on. Just spotted a guy there. Did actually hit him, but didn't do much, or didn't kill him. That was a centre of mass shot. Just go for another centre of mass shot, and that second one did kill him. At that sort of range, much easier to just go for the centre of mass and headshot, especially if they're moving. Right, I've gone into a building now, sort of still looking in the same rough direction as I've seen some enemies up there. Just noticed a guy looking through the window of the building there. Again, the Cyrus killed that guy with one shot, so you can see there's a pretty damn effective gun sometimes. And I've noticed a guy in the gap on the top of the middle section of the tower there, just trying to shoot him through the gap, and yeah, it did get him in the end. Okay, so after having been taken out again at some point, I'm just about to leave our spawn to go back into the area of operations, and it looks like there's a couple of people having issues getting their aircraft out of the repair zone. I'm going to attempt to turn it around with my Quillin, but I can see this isn't going to go very well. I'm going to try and take a bit of a run up. We're in our safe zone, so I can't actually die here, or I don't, potentially could die in a vehicle accident, but it's not that likely. But yeah, I thought I'd try a bit of a run-up. That didn't work, so let's try a bit of a run-up in reverse. Just a little, did something, but not that much. But yeah, I can't really help those guys, I don't think. I decided to just leave them to it and go back into the AO. We're almost at the end of the round. I want to try and get a few more kills before the round ends. They could do with a bigger vehicle to help them get that aircraft out of there, I think. Anyway, I've gone into the AO, gone straight into the middle, and back to my favourite spot once again, as it's actually been a while since I've been here by this point, so hopefully they won't be looking here at the moment. And like I said earlier, it's a pretty good spot. Got a view of a couple of the towers here, so see if I can get some kills from here before the round ends. Just got right to the end of the round. Op 4 is about to win, unfortunately. And there we go, end of the round. Blue 4 did not do particularly well then. Op 4 kind of stormed it, but I did alright on the scoreboard. As you can see, sneaking around with this suppressed Cyrus is actually extremely effective. And yeah, it worked out pretty well that round. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Take it easy.